We've been talking about, the point is we've been talking about emotions quite a bit in the last few weeks. And this week I wanted to kind of look at another emotion, and that is the emotion of love. And how important it can be for a spiritually just kind of the pinnacle. You know, there's a number of people that have laid out these scales of consciousness, or these levels of consciousness, these charts of consciousness. David Hawkins has one. I think it is called the vibrational
scale.
The vibrational scale?
The scale of vibrational consciousness, or the vibrational scale of consciousness. I always get that mixed up, but those two words are in it.
Yeah. That scale of consciousness was from 20 to 700. The vibration of love is 500. So the scale goes all the way up to 700. 700 being enlightenment. And so needless to say, it's high up there. You know, the lower ones, I wish I had that with me. Actually, I might have it on my phone. The lower ones are you know, of course, sadness and grief and these types of things. Let me see if I can find that here. But here, I'll just read through these. So this is again from 20 to 700, 700 and plus. Like 20 is shame, 30 is guilt, 50 is apathy, 75 is grief, 100 is fear, 125 is desire, anger, pride is 175, 200 is courage. You know, these are getting higher and higher. Neutrality is 250. That's a neutral, maybe halfway point. 310 is willingness, 350 is acceptance, 400 is reason, and 500 is love. And then 540 is joy, 600 is peace, and 700 plus is enlightenment. And interestingly, they came to realize these through different testings and muscle testings. And that's how David Hawkins developed his chart, through muscle testing, which is, you know, it's a practice in its own, where we ask a question and the body goes strong or weak, you know, for these particular questions. And he was able to write out and draw out this chart, this map of consciousness based on this. And so one of the very, very high ones is love, of course. And, you know, all of these are energy. And we've all heard it said that everything is energy. And it is, you know, which means it's a vibration. It also means that everything is alive somehow. And love is no different. But the wonderful thing about love is if we understand it properly, it's like really the pinnacle, as I mentioned earlier, of all of these emotions. You know, the idea of love and to have love is very, very crucial if we consider or want to be able to heal ourselves or heal others. You know, if we want to help ourselves or help others in the world, it's like this love has to be a part of it. And we all know the difference between what we might think love is and unconditional love. And the kind of love that we're primarily talking about here anyway is unconditional. And what that means, of course, is that there's no conditions to the act of love, or loving something or someone, or loving life in general. You know, to go through this experience and not have conditions is really the key behind it. And so many times that we feel that we might be in love with somebody or something, but we have conditions on it, and they could be very, very subtle. And of course, we might be very familiar with adolescent love, when we fall in love with somebody, and then we get mad at them and we fall out of love with them. There's a condition right there. I'll love you as long as you are there whenever I call, or I'll love you as long as we get along, and those kinds of things. But unconditional love does not have those kind of conditions with it. And so it's a complete opening of the heart, which means that the love is real, it's solid, it's a very, very true emotion for us. It's a true experience. What I would like to do tonight is we start within the confines of the room or the place that we're at, the building that we're at perhaps, and then we spread that out. And I'll just walk us through this. And the main thing is in Metta is that we understand that this feeling of Metta starts within the heart, and it's something that we can feel within the heart, like a warmth. In order to, Metta, or this loving kindness, can be generated within. And it's something that, if it's particularly if it's done on a daily basis, it's very easy to generate that and to get that warm, loving glow inside. And that's what I'm really encouraging everybody to look for and to work with, is that feeling that we have, that warming of the heart. And that's where most people feel it. It might be a little bit different for everybody, but that's the general idea. We'll see how it feels for you. So I'll guide us through this. This will be, we're going to go over 8 o'clock a little bit, since we got such a late start here. So it'll be, I'll try to make it about 25-minute meditation. So please make yourself comfortable. Relax the body. And close the eyes. And bring your attention to the breath for a few moments, noticing the exhalation of the breath. This is the most relaxing part of the breath. Of course, when we inhale, we can feel the energy coming into the body. When we exhale, we can notice the relaxation. And that's the area I'd like to have you focus on for a few moments. Relaxation and calming of the mind, relaxing the body. Look for any discomfort within the body. Just try to relax these areas as much as you can. Nice deep relaxation, especially if there's any kind of pain. Anything that can be relaxed. Notice if the pain can be relieved. And bring your attention to the breath. Notice where you feel the breath on the body, around the nostrils or the windpipe, and the sinuses. Where do you feel the breath the most? Wherever you feel the breath and wherever your attention is drawn, just imagine that as being your home. And whenever the mind wanders and you want to come back to your home, just come back to this place where you feel the breath. If you did nothing but this, your meditation would be fruitful. You'd be coming back to your true nature. You'd be offering yourself a place to really understand yourself from, understand your mind and body. Just by simply noticing and following the breath. Again, notice how the body feels. And see if you can remember the last time that you really felt connected with someone or something. Maybe it was a person that you met. Maybe it was a sunset that you saw. Maybe it was a puppy or a kitten or something that you really, really appreciated. Somehow that life was very special for you. Maybe it was somebody you had just met that you somehow connected with. Maybe it was somebody that you had lost connection with for many, many years, and all of a sudden you're reunited. And these memories came to you of wonderful times that you've had. Or maybe it was just a flash of inspiration, that you thought of something that you would like to accomplish in the future, and you saw a clear image, a visualization of you completing it. Something that seemed so real and so doable, that you saw your limitlessness. And these moments of inspiration, these moments of healing, either yourself or others, these moments of discovery, and these moments of oneness when you're playing with a puppy or discovering something innocent. And these are all aspects of love. That's the way I see it anyway. And these are opportunities for growth. And these are opportunities for learning. And I feel that these opportunities shouldn't be missed. We should be made very, very much aware of. And sadly, many people can go through life without acknowledging these opportunities and these moments and seeing them as moments of love. Now think again of this last moment, last time that you felt this. Maybe it was just a few moments ago, maybe it was earlier today, maybe it was earlier in the week or earlier in the month, whatever it might be. Just try to bring this feeling back into the body. In other words, this pleasantness back into the body. And this feeling, this pleasant feeling that we can create, particularly if we're not relying on something on the outside, just through our imagination, just by remembering. And these are non-worldly sensations. Even if we're visualizing something that happened in the world, we're doing it inside. We're doing it on an inner basis. These non-worldly feelings, pleasant feelings, are the feelings that the Buddha said that we should encourage us to generate. Not to become attached to them, but to be aware and know that they are available. And these are the same feelings that can come up for us when we're meditating properly. Non-worldly feelings. And generally, when we feel this feeling of love, as mentioned, it's a warmth in the area of the heart or the chest. And once we kind of have this, we could say having it, this can be shared by others as if it's an energy that can be sent out. And it's really an intention. It's an intention to share love and to give love freely to other beings and other places, perhaps. It doesn't have to be a person or even a seemingly living thing, because everything, as mentioned, everything is energy. But for the purpose of this meditation, we will work with sharing this unconditional love with all beings, people and animals. Just imagine all the beings in this room right now, that we all come here for the same purpose. All the people sitting in this room and all the people online that are watching this through the Zoom, watching it on their computers and experiencing it in other places. So if each one of us can share this moment of unconditional love with everyone else, how important that can be for each of us, just the sharing. And again, it's intention. Just allow yourself to freely and kind of blessing each other person, within this room. Just imagine this, that you're sending out love to everyone in the room and everybody online. And if you're online, you're doing the same thing. Sending this compassionate love, this unconditional love to everyone else online and everybody in this room at the Meditation Learning Center. And this love is something that you can give out and get a return every time you do so. It's inexhaustible. It doesn't run out. So you can give it freely. Because as in all meditation practices, the more you let go and the more you give, the greater the benefit. Now we're all feeling this love within us. We've all shared with others. Let's see if we can expand this to everybody within our vicinity, wherever you might be. See if you can expand it, if you can imagine it, spreading it out several city blocks and everybody in that vicinity, in that area. And just imagine what it would be like if everybody within a city block would be doing the same practice. How wonderful that would be. There's been many studies done about this principle of loving kindness and sharing, and how the energy has really helped a lot of people. Brought peace within cities such as Washington, D.C., and these other places that have done these studies, these practices. So visualize this love going out to everybody in the area within a few city blocks. We're going to expand it even further here. Let's see if you can expand this feeling of unconditional love throughout the entire city that you're in, whatever it might be. If we're in Mesa, which most of us are in the center here, we're in Mesa, Arizona, and we can spread this compassionate, unconditional love throughout the city of Mesa. It's touching the hearts of every person and every being in this city. Let's see if we can spread that out even further. Imagine the county you're in. And Maricopa County is a very, very big county. Let's see if we can imagine that we just spread our arms and spread this love out to everyone within Maricopa County, or whatever county you're in. I know some of you are in different states and different areas. Just visualize this going out to every person in all directions. See how that feels for you. Remember, it's inexhaustible. You can give out as much as you want. And the more you give, the more you get. Now let's expand this a little further. Imagine the entire state being filled with love that originated from you. There's nothing egoistic about this. There's nothing high and mighty about it. You're just sending out love. This is something that everyone can do. Not everybody thinks of doing it. Now imagine this love going out to the entire country. I think this time around we're all in the United States, whether we're online or here at the center. Just imagine this love going out to everybody in the entire country, whether you agree with them and respect them or not. an intention and a genuine wish for all people to receive some of this unconditional love. So this includes everybody that you've met recently, everybody that you've encountered on TV or even heard their voice. People that you've heard about on the news or read about. Just imagine sending every one of these people unconditional love. Now, let's see if you have enough of this love left to spread it out around the entire globe, the entire world. Send it out in all directions, to the north, to the south, to the east, to the west, to all people, all animals, animals in the air, animals down in the ground, animals that swim, people of all races and colors. No judgment, no conditions of whether they can receive this love that's going out. And this is not for them. This entire practice is for you. This is not a prayer, but a practice for you to be able to share and to experience this unconditional love for yourself. And none of this practice will work if it doesn't start with you first. None of this practice of metta, loving kindness, loving friendliness, will all be for naught. It'll all be a false practice if we don't love ourselves unconditionally first. So we want to check in with that again. How do we feel about ourselves, about our activities, about our past, about our present moment? And do we have the strength, the fortitude, and the clear intention to be able to share this love with everyone without judgment? Let's take a nice inhalation of the breath. Feel the body come back to the room a little bit here. If you'd like to bring your hands together in front of your heart. May each one of us and all beings be well, happy, and peaceful. May no harm come to us. May no difficulties come to us. May we all meet with spiritual and worldly success. May we have the patience, the courage, and the understanding to meet and overcome any problems or any difficulties that we might face in life. Thank you. So that was, of course, a Metta practice, loving kindness, and we can do exactly what we did at home, individually. Oftentimes, when a person has difficulties concentrating, if they have difficulties with other types of meditation, what is often recommended that they do is practice metta, because if a person has any kind of anger inside of them, you cannot concentrate. Concentration can't be there. It's one of the major hindrances. We all know what the hindrances are. And anger is one of them. And the opposite of anger is love. And love can be generated. It's very easy to work with. And it's worked by doing it consistently, working with it consistently.